Another week of NFL football. It's your boy Jayo Sto. We are in week 15, and I'm about to drop my Super 6 best player matchups to look out for. Gonna start with the Sutton Bowl. Cortland Sutton versus Cam Sutton. And Sutton is just by far the best receiver on the Broncos. A lot of people thought Jerry Jeudy was. And Sutton's a touchdown machine. He has 10 touchdowns on this season. He's all catching touchdowns with one hand. He's just bigger, stronger on the outside. And Russell Wilson and him have a great rapport. I'm looking for him to get in the end zone again because Cam Sutton, he's had a pick in every year except his rookie season and this season. So I see him having a difficult time trying to cover Cortland Sutton. My next player matchup to look out for is Jordan Love versus Antoine Winfield Jr. Jordan Love, Monday Night Football lost to Danny DeVito, and he's an up and down quarterback. But this game, not a lot of lights. Not everyone's going to be watching. I feel like Jordan Love shows up in those games. You've seen it on Thanksgiving, the first game. Not everyone watches that. They watch the later game and then they watch the night game. So I think Jordan Love, he does get the job done here. And what is most impressive about him and this season is he is getting the job done with nothing really much coming from the running game. And if you look at history, him, Favre, Rodgers, they all started their career as a Packer 2-3 in their first 5 games. On the other hand, Antoine Winfield Jr. is a straight up playmaker, 4 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 2 INTs from the safety position. Yes, he has those roots. His dad was an all pro, played for the Miami Dolphins, but Winfield is just the best player on the Bucks defense, and it's a big game for them because they can win the division. It's a three-way tie at the top of the NFC South, them, the Saints, and the Falcons. And Antoine Winfield, he already has a Super Bowl, and hopefully, I'm sure he wants to get another one before his career ends so he can add some more ink on himself. My next player matchup to look out for is Justin Fields versus Joe Flacco, and I'm talking about Justin Fields as of late. 2 game winning streak, and in both of those wins, over 200 yards passing and over 50 yards rushing. You see that he has that chemistry with DJ Moore. It's almost automatic when he targets him, but he's showing that he can throw the ball to Cole Kmet also. So it's going to be even more difficult for teams to prepare for him. He's going to be a hot commodity this offseason. See what the Bears do with that number 1 draft pick. But he is shown that he can be a franchise quarterback. I believe he just needs to hold on to the ball more when he's using his legs because we see guys that want to extend plays. They're fumbling the ball a little too often. You see where it hurts. You see where Allen. Joe Flacco, this guy is having, it seems like he's having a 2012 Ravens Super Bowl run. He's pushing the ball down the field, and this is what the Browns need. They need a vet right now because they seem safe, like they can get into the playoffs as that wild card team. And Joe Flacco, he is holding down that experience. And if he gets the ball to Amari Cooper, David Njoku, 9 times out of 10, they're going to win those matchups. My next player matchup to look out for is Tyreek Hill versus Sauce Gardner. Monday Night Football, the Dolphins lost to the Titans, and Hill was walking up in the stadium with a bag of McDonald's. Bruh, that's not the nutrition you need. He got injured in that game. He has Geldum calling him out, saying that he's their baby dad. So you know that Tyreek Hill, he's trying to put that behind him. And it's a good matchup because they're facing the Jets, and you know how the Dolphins treat teams that are under 500. They just whoop on them. Yes, they lost to the Titans, but that was a one-off. And Sauce Gardner, he stays holding. But can you hold if Tyreek is 5-10 yards past you? And I had Sauce as the best cornerback at the start of this season. Impressive rookie season, of course. But we're into week 15 now and still no picks. Shake my head. My next player matchup to look out for is Josh Allen versus Dak Prescott. And Josh Allen's one of those guys you pay to watch his athleticism, just the energy that he plays with. And he has 10 rushing touchdowns and he has 25 through the air. That makes up for his 14 picks. And as of late, the Bills have been looking better. They've been looking more efficient with the new play caller, Joe Brady. Yes, you would like Diggs to get the ball more, but I just think that he needs to suck it up because in the playoffs, he's going to get targeted. They're going to look for Diggs in the playoffs, but Josh Allen knows he needs to win this game and that they need to possibly win out if they want to make the playoffs. Dak Prescott, on the other hand, let's talk MVP. This is MVP talk here. People used to think that Zeke was the reason why Dak was good. He had contract disputes with Jerry Jones. He suffered a nasty ankle injury a few years back, threw the most INTs in the league last season, and now turned that all around. 3,500 yards through the air. He has 28 touchdowns. He has only 6 picks. And the Cowboys drafted him for a straight up backup position. But he stuck with it, and that's God's timing. He is now about to be an MVP, just needs to win this game. And I don't even think he needs to necessarily win the Dolphins game, but just have a good out and a good showing. But if he does win that game, he's definitely getting that MVP award no matter what. But yeah, Romo got hurt. He waited for his time, and now he is the starting quarterback for America's team. And it seems like the Cowboys, they can make some noise right now. My next player matchup to look out for is OBJ versus Calvin Ridley. Both guys are the main receivers now. You see, I'm going to start with OBJ. It took him some time, only 7 games to get into the end zone, but he's shown recently that he can still cook defenders like in his Rams, like in his Giants days. OBJ, he has that Super Bowl ring, he has that experience, and it's going to be time for him to turn up and shine as the season winds down in the playoffs if he wants to solidify himself as a first ballot Hall of Famer. The Ravens, they can win the Super Bowl. They're looking like they can make it for sure. We're going to see how much OBJ really shows that dog in him. Calvin Ridley, on the other hand, I thought that he would be going off. I thought he would have over 1,000 yards by now, but he's had a quiet, good season still. And we still want more, even though he only has 5 touchdowns, 742 yards. Come on, a lot of people will take that any day of the week for their season totals. But we just thought he would be putting in some more work because him matching up with Trevor Lawrence and him being fresh, especially him being off a full year. This is the time. Christian Kirk was the number 1 guy, but Ridley's here now, and it's time for him to show that he's one of the best wideouts to ever come out of that football factory at Alabama. It's your boy Jayo Sto. We in here. Another great week of football. Let's get it.